A very good afternoon. I am touched by the heartwarming words and sentiments expressed by Honorable the Chief Justice, the Additional Solicitor General, Standing Counsel Civil, Mr. Hariharan, President of the Bar Association. I am filled with a farrago of emotions in sense of gratitude, humility, reflection, and tincture of sadness. There is no other way to overstate that it has been a greatest honor to have served this institution and the people who came before me in pursuit of justice. To bid farewell to the bench after more than 3 decades of service is no easy moment. Yet, for me, it is one that comes with a deep sense of contentment. I was born and brought up in Delhi. My roots have always been here. Much of my life was spent in the warmth of a joint family. First, with my father's family, and later with my husband's family. As a child, I led a very protected life, being guarded and surrounded by the care of parents and extended family members. Academics came naturally to me, and usually I found myself at the top of my class. When the school came to end, the circles of protection remained strong, and I stepped into Miranda House College with the wide-eyed optimism of a young student and had graduated in political science honors. It was in the corridors of the campus law center that my passion for justice and fairness truly gained its foundation. It can be said that the study of law gave a voice to my aspirations, and later doing my LLM from Kurukshetra University. I was very fortunate and blessed with mentors who taught me to look at law as not a mere profession and the strength it holds as a means of transformation. In 1992, I joined the Delhi Judicial Services. Looking back, that moment was more than just the start of a career. It was the beginning of a lifelong commitment to the justice delivery system. The journey had taken me to witness different jurisdictions, each bringing with it challenges, lessons, and above all, the privilege of serving people in vulnerable moments. In 2003, I was promoted to Delhi Higher Judicial Service. Alongside, I was trained as a mediator and a trainer, and I successfully completed around 10,000 mediation, including in complex cases. Over the period of time, I had the honor to preside over matters that may appear routine to many, yet for me, it carried the weight of somebody's world. There were days when there would be even a tussle between the head and the heart. Each such matter taught me that adjudications travel much beyond. In every courtroom I encountered more litigants and files, it was their stories and struggles. Throughout my tenure on the bench, I was reminded that the robe we wear bestows an authority which has real life implications. There were times when the journey felt heavy, when the road ahead seemed daunting, but as I sat down to write this speech, I realized now how kind memory can be. It sifted through the difficult days and brought forward the moments that mattered. The small victories, the quiet reassurances, the shared laughter with the colleagues and friends. Over time, I came to understand that the rough patches do not last. They are only the chapters and not the complete story. I would like to thank Chief Justices of these institutions who have been a part of my journey. Justice Satish Chandra Sharma, Justice Manmohan, Justice Vibhu Bhakru, the then acting Chief Justice, and Justice Devendra Kumar Upadhyay for their constant and unwavering support. To my dear colleagues on the bench, it has been nothing short of an honor to serve alongside you. I have learned from your scholarship, your patience, and your unshakable sense of duty. Beyond the work we shared, it was camaraderie, the warmth of your friendship, and the magnanimity with which you all always offered guidance that I will hold in high regard. These are the memories and bonds that I will carry with me forever. This occasion is befitting to express my heartfelt gratitude to my senior bench partners over the past 2 years, Justice Suresh Kumar Kaith, Justice Rekha Palli, Justice Naveen Chawla, and Justice Vivek Chaudhary. Each of you brought to the bench not just intellectual rigor, but a generosity of spirit that made our shared responsibility lighter and more meaningful. A special word for Justice Naveen Chawla, with whom I shared the bench for the longest period. His calm demeanor, perceptive insights, quiet strength, and nonetheless court humor that kept the proceedings joyful and lively. Justice Neena Bansal has been a steadfast friend, a beacon of strength and support through my judicial journey, and someone with whom I shared a bond dating back to the very early days of our law college. Her wisdom, compassion, and constant presence have carried me through through many difficult days. To my batchmates on the bench, this journey would not have been the same without the experiences we shared, the memories we created, and the strength we drew from one another have been invaluable, all of which remains a cherished thread and binds us even today. Further, I like to take a moment to share my gratitude for my mentors, Justice Madan B. Lokur, Justice A.K. Sikri, Justice Hema Kohli, Justice Sistani, Justice Rajiv Sahai Andlaw, Justice Mukta Gupta, Justice Siddharth Medul, Justice Rajiv Shakdar, Justice G.P. Mittal, Justice R.K. Gaba, Justice Talwant, to name a few, who have played an instrumental role in my professional life. To my young and bright law researchers, Fateh, Karan, Saksham, Kushagra, Barkha, and Divyanshi, my heartfelt thanks to you for your diligence, intellectual curiosity, and enthusiasm. You brought in a fresh perspectives and had tireless energy. I look forward to seeing each of you excel in your own path ahead. I would also like to thank my interns who were part of the office throughout this period. I wish you the very best for your future. To the members of the bar, let me say, your advocacy and integrity are truly the lifeblood of this institution. One cannot just be without the other. To the young members, I would urge to pursue law not merely as a career, but as a calling. Prepare with sincerity, be fearless when prepared. The road may test you at times, but if you stay true to these values, the journey will be worthwhile. To my dear family, no words will ever be enough. I am grateful to my husband, Dr. Daljit, with whom I share a very special bond and who has always been on my side when needed the most. I'm also grateful to my sweet daughter, Dr. Tanshi Daljit, who holds a very special place in my heart. She's always sensed the joy and stress in my life. I'm also thankful to my sisters, Mandeep and Yashmeet, who are the pillars of my strength, my nephews and niece, Rabsharan, Jasmine, and Sara, my brothers-in-law, my sisters-in-law, who always stood by me in every need of ours. My family stood by me through long days and long nights, waiting for me at home, through the court work and official responsibilities that often took me away from home and commitments. If I was able to do justice to my work, it is because you did justice to me with your patience, understanding, and your love. And now, with a great emotion, I wish to dedicate a moment to the memory of my late father, a man whose strength, firm resolve, a man whose strength, firm resolve, and unflinching belief in the potential of his daughters shaped the course of my life. He never allowed the fact that he had three daughters to be seen as any kind of limitation or come in the way of our dreams. Instead, he made it the foundation of our strength. My mother's encouragement, her sacrifices, and her pride in our achievements gave us wings to dream and the courage to pursue them. Wherever I am today, I owe in no small measure to them. To my late mother-in-law, who lovingly nurtured my daughter when I was away, busy with my responsibilities at the court. And to my father-in-law, for whom I am his daughter. He never forgets to ask me every evening about my progress and performance of judicial work and would always gently inquire from me, काम ठीक से समझ लिया है ना? My special thanks to my staff of this institution, the registry, and various branches of this court. My courtroom staff, Court Master Akhil Saxena, Private Secretaries Rashim and Neelam, Assistant Court Master Mahesh, Stenographers Shalini, Alka, Sagar, Sanjay, Harsh, Restorers Surinder, Soni, Chauffeur Chiranjilal, Ushers Ghansham and Balkishan, PSOs, the court attendants and other staff at home. You have supported me in executing my duties seamlessly, even till late nights, duties which would have been a tad bit difficult to perform without your active cooperation and assistance in a way. You are the latent strength of Judicial. This institution, with its legacy, majesty, and moral compass, is far greater than any one of us. If I leave behind anything, I hope it is few words written with compassion, a few orders passed with conviction, and a career defined by hard work and integrity. I will continue in my own capacity to serve the cause of justice. The robe may rest, but the responsibilities do not. I take away from this journey feeling truly fortunate, not for what I held, but for what I was given. The experiences that shaped me, the relationships that sustained me, and the invaluable lessons. I have learned to count my blessings with gratitude and to accept my defeats as teachers. Even mistakes, when met with honesty, carry their own gift. They show us how to be better, kinder, truer. If there is any wisdom I carry forward, it rests in those lessons. As I take your leave today, I do so not with regret, but with deep reverence. I am grateful beyond measure for the honor of your presence, affection, and support. If I have faltered, it was never for want of sincerity, but perhaps in good faith. If I have succeeded, the credit is shared with all those who stood besides me. May this court remain forever a temple of justice, guided by compassion and constitutional morality. Thank you and Jai Hind.